Today, I have a very special guest with me. It is...
Go on. My name is Jonny.
I've been waiting to film a video with Jonny for quite some time now.
A long time.
Came up with a new tag, didn't I? Which existing character from a musical do you realistically see the most of yourself in?
I spent about 45 minutes just on this question last night.
Is it the Railway Cat?
No, it's not Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat. I wish it was. Meow! I decided to go for the Elephant's Child from Just So. The Elephant's Child goes on a big adventure. I feel like I'm on an adventure in life. He travels quite a lot. I like that. He's always discovering himself. But the best part about this is where at the beginning, towards the beginning of the musical, he's got all these questions and the other elephants sing a song to him called Silly Questions, which is quite a big part of my channel. Therefore, I decided I am him.
So you relate to a tiny elephant child?
Yes.
I'll take that. Elle Woods from Legally Blonde.
Oh, cool.
The musical. She gets broken up with.
Yep.
And her reaction to that is, okay, he broke up with me to go to law school. I'm gonna go to law school. I would do that. That's exactly the kind of like terrifying conclusion I would jump to. Also, she sings an entire song about how much she loves shopping for guys, and I sure do love shopping for guys. What is one role you'd be extremely inappropriate for but would love to play?
This took me 3 seconds to answer. It would be Mary Poppins. I'm sorry, right? But the woman can keep her house in order, that's important, while singing songs and using magic and using an umbrella to fly around. I don't know what isn't amazing about that.
To be fair,
And that's a beautiful soprano.
There are 2 parts that I would like to play that I would be extremely inappropriate for. The first one is Fiyero. I don't dance, but if you take the literal dancing out of the equation, I would say I am dancing through life, yes.
Nice.
And I also really like his parts in the musical.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff to do.
Yeah. Similarly, I would like to play Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. If your life were a musical, what kind of character would you be?
Okay, I'm the guy that you think is comic relief, and then you find out I've actually got like a quite sinister point to make at the end. I am like a less sinister MC from Cabaret. That's what I think I would be. I'm like, here's something funny, but you didn't think about this horrific ending. That would be what it would be.
I would be the protagonist.
Go
like
on.
I would be the main character, but it wouldn't be a like, oh, the story's happening to me kind of make. I would know that I was the main character and it would be all about me. And I would go on the best journey you ever did see. That rhymed. What existing non-musical song would you have as your current Act 1 finale? And what would the rest of the scene be like?
It's the end of drama school and it's like, oh, I'm going to be in London. I'm so excited. You can do it, Jonny, and I just can't hide it. Yeah!
Yeah, we're very different people because mine is a medley or a mashup of Lightning by Little Mix and It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion.
Of course.
And there's going to be lightning everywhere. It's going to be a storm and
Coming
it's going to
from where?
be out my hands. It would just be like where I get my motivation in life, where I'm really annoyed about something, but being annoyed about it makes me feel strangely powerful, and so then I sing my feelings out and then eventually create an entire thunderstorm and shoot lightning out my hands. What song would follow this as the opening number of Act 2?
I slightly cheated here. This song is in a musical, however, it was a pop song first, so I feel like it's okay. And it would be Under Pressure by Queen. Because after you've had the kind of excitement in the end of Act 1, it's like, oh, I've got bills to pay, and actually dreams are quite hard to come by. So I'm like, but under pressure, gotta get a job. And there would be like a big paper shower of bills, and me going, ah!
It's a nice contrast.
Yeah, because you think, okay, you think his life's set, and you think, wait a minute, is it?
I'm scheming away, boom, Act 1's over. Where like lights aren't gonna come up on like a happy park scene. We're gonna have Drag Me Down by One Direction.
Right.
And there's gonna be something real intense going on. My schemes are gonna be starting to come out of the woodwork, and whoever's pissed me off is definitely gonna be at the receiving end of this musical number, certainly.
Wow. A start.
Yeah.
I like it.
Which band or artist would you most like to write a We Will Rock You / Mamma Mia-esque tribute musical for? And which songs would you choose to open and close each of the acts?
The Beatles. Okay, let me just remember which songs I picked.
Across the Universe does already exist.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, the opening of Act 1 is Come Together.
Okay.
I just think that's a cool start to musical. Gong, gong, gong. I think that'd be awesome. Close of Act 1 would be While My Guitar Gently Weeps. I think that's got a really sort of like, kind of like dark feel to it. I'd like to see my Act 1 finish that way. Act 2, it's going to be in like the bad guy's lair. I don't know who the bad guy is or anything, but it's Because. And the closing of Act 2 is of course Obla Di, Obla Da, Life Goes On.
Can I guess yours?
It's very obvious.
The Backstreet Boys.
Sure is going to be the Backstreet Boys. If it's going to be like a Jersey Boys style like biopic musical, it would obviously have to be everybody in parentheses Backstreet's Back, because that's the only thing you could open with in that context. However, if we're going to go for a Mamma Mia style, like completely separate storyline, just want you to know. And to close Act 1, we would have Incomplete. A similar tone, but trust me, if you go and you listen to them, it makes sense, like little bookends. Then opening Act 2, we're gonna have Larger Than Life, because this is when the protagonist of the Backstreet Boys musical, he's trying to distract himself from the love storyline, because as you can tell, because Act 1 closed with Incomplete, like it's not going very well. So he's like, larger than life, like my career is my life, you guys are great, it's all I need. And then the grand finale.
Show 'em what you're made of.
Yeah! Question number 8 is, what historical event would you most like to see in musical form?
I settled on the moon landing. Okay, let me take you through this. I'm going to read this because it's quite long.
I'm excited.
Just before takeoff, you could have a number like the quintet for West Side Story. You've got the astronauts singing about how they're nervous. You've got rival space agencies singing about how they'll never make it into space, all right? You've got people singing about the fact they think it's all fake, so you've got like that sort of element to it. You've got one of the astronauts' children singing how he hopes that their daddy makes it home okay. This would, of course, all be done in harmony.
Yeah, obviously. You're not going to have them clapping.
Didn't know I wrote that.
Perfect musical of all time. They're all singing in different keys, and there's one kid just like kind of humming one very
Daddy, Daddy, over the top.
That's terrifying.
I have written Caligula's life story, but with a similar vibe to Annie.
Wow, wow, wow.
If life were to immediately begin playing out as a musical from this moment on, how would your current most pressing issue be solved?
My most pressing issue currently is line learning. So I reckon I would break into some sort of Spring Awakening type number, and I've taken the liberty of writing it.
Okay.
Okay, it goes like this. Words, words floating around in my head. If I try to learn another, I'll probably end up dead. Right, that's all I've got. And then I go through this process of change, thanks to a middle eight, and finish by deciding that words can be learned. I'm in the driver's seat. There's probably an ensemble that come on and repeat my words. I'm in the driver's seat. He's in the driver's seat. In the driver's seat. Du-du-du-du.
Loves it.
This boy would be annoying me. Just so dumb. I storm off. My music starts. What is wrong with me? Soul searching. You know what? This is not my problem. No good deed mixed with defying gravity. I'm not gonna sit here brooding in my lightning cave. I'm gonna take this show on the road, and then it becomes a confrontational duet, figure out what's going on, realize that things weren't actually as complicated as we were making them. We've had our confrontation song, we've sung out all our issues, and then everything works out and he actually hangs out with me.
I'd love to go inside your head and just see what's going on.
I've heard a lot of what goes inside of her head, mostly terrifying.
Question number 10, the grand finale, if you will. Hope you're gonna bring it home with something strong, Johnny.
Okay.
Which musical song best encapsulates your general attitude towards life?
Always look on the bright side of life from Spamalot, because I always try to look on the bright side, and also I'm just a little bit silly. Thank you.
It's weird that we're friends when you say things like that.
I knew, even when I wrote it down, I was like, I know this will slightly irk you.
Yeah. It's one step below quirky. My general view towards life is 150% so much better from Legally Blonde the musical. So much better. So much better. I'm so much better now. Don't even worry about it. I'm so much better. It's fine.
You're really, really convincing.
So that's my musical tag.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think we should end it right
Yeah, I think we should end it.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye!